Wait a second. What about me? How am I gonna pay for food if I don't have money? Exactly. Some of it, you dumbass.
Yeah, she literally said some of it. Like, how dumb is this guy?
I do already have a job. Oh my god. Start working more hours and start saving. I could live off of my salary. But working more hours would mean I'd have to quit the literature club. I'd also have to work weekends too, which means I could say goodbye to my free time. As well as hanging out with Natsuki and Sayori.
A conflict?
How is this even an option? Just give her some!
How is this seriously a conflict?
Or anyone, for that matter. Jeez, that's a tough decision. It isn't. Either keep spending time with my friends and continue helping Natsuki like I have been. Or basically throw away my entire social life for Natsuki. I mean, I know I love her, but is this worth it? Either way, it's probably not a decision to make lightly. I'll sleep on it, I suppose. It's a pretty easy decision, just give some of it. No one said to give all of it. Apparently it equals 235 USD. He could give them half. Give them 100.
Yeah.
That easy. That's literally all you have to do. Like, why is he, like, freaking out? But, like, give him, like, 10,000 yen. Or, like, 15,000. And then you'll have, what? He has 25,000 minus 15,000. Still might be too little for him. You'll have 10,000. Give him, like, 10,000. I don't know. Man, it doesn't make sense. Just give him some is the point. Man's dumb. Because he's like, I'll work the shift and not hang out with anyone, even Natsuki. Because, you know, that won't make her sadder.
Yeah.
I will help give her money, but I then will not be able to hang out with her. Like, what are you, fucking dumb?
He doesn't deserve a girlfriend at this point.
What are you, fucking stupid?
It's fucking stupid.
Yeah, that was never going to work. Sitting up, I glance around the dark room. It's no mystery to me as to why I can't sleep. I can't get the image of Natsuki out of my head. She asked me to ignore it. Can I really do that? Even if it was a one-time thing. Can I honestly stand by when she's in pain? Why are you talking to yourself out loud?
Guess it doesn't matter.
I sit and think to myself for a while, pondering the options that lie before me. I don't want to hurt Natsuki. Can I really allow her to get hurt? What third option is there? How can everyone walk away from this? I instinctively reach my hand to my throat before realizing how dehydrated I am. Shaking my head, I slowly stand up. Reaching my phone on my nightstand, I turn it on. Time reads 1:17. Not like I could help with this early either. She'd kill me if I told anyone. Or would she? I'm discreet about it, asking for advice without letting on what's actually going on. Could ask Sakurai for help again. I don't really think I can wait until morning anyway. Sitting back down, open my contacts and send a simple message. He has Sakurai in his phone? I
mean, that's not that weird, because I have my
I don't know if that's I don't know if that's allowed. Oh no, you can send emails.
Sometimes.
You can send email. Usually you can only send emails to them. They really are not. I don't think they're really supposed to accept you on social media until until you're not their student anymore.
I have some of my teachers' numbers though. Like that's a thing.
I don't know. Maybe it was weird because I remember my one history teacher was like he said he couldn't accept people's friend requests on Facebook until they graduated.
That's exactly what my English teacher said. She was like, I can't do that because I'll get fired.
Yeah, they were saying they couldn't accept like friend requests on Facebook and shit, until they graduate.
Yeah, that's exactly what
That's what I'm saying. I was like, so I don't know if maybe Japan does it differently. I don't know. I don't have teachers on my phone. I mean, I know some teachers have like school emails. They always have school emails so you could email them and ask them questions, but their phone numbers, I didn't have that.
I think it's because my school is different, so it's not as strict.
Probably.
So they don't really care. Because they don't, when you refer to my teachers, you don't say Mrs. and then their name. You just call them by their regular name.
That's weird.
Yeah, you don't, we just call them by their actual name. It's not like an actual, it is an actual teacher, but it doesn't follow the same
that's
rules.
weird. I have all their numbers in my phone. I guess this is a different school because some people are saying they don't have the teacher's numbers. Some people are saying they have all their teachers' numbers in their phone. That's weird. My Japanese teacher gave me her number for help with work and stuff. See, I know that, but usually they would just give you their email and you just email them for help.
Yeah.
So I was like, that was always kind of weird. The phone thing was kind of, I guess it's odd. Are you free before school tomorrow? Not expecting a response. I put my phone back and grab a glass of water from the kitchen. Trudging back up the stairs feels like a nightmare. With each step I take feeling heavier than the last. My eyes are struggling to stay open. Maybe I'll get some sleep this time, huh? As I crawl back into bed, I notice the blinking of my phone and reach over to it. A reply already? What? He texted Monika?
What?
Sure. Where would you like to meet? Oh, so you didn't text Sakurai. That was the secret. Haha. They made you think it was Sakurai, but he actually texted Monika. Ah. Still rubbing the sleep from my eyes, I quickly make my way out the door. Already running a little late, but it's too early for me to care all that much. I throw on my uniform and left without breakfast, so I need to work something out on the way to school. However, it's not as if I didn't have a good reason. For a moment, though, I paused to look at Sayori's house. I smile, thinking of how she's still in bed right now, hopefully sleeping like a baby. Sorry, Sayori. I guess I'll have to see you at school. My apologies spoken to nothing but the chilly morning air. I bring my thoughts back to the road. There's no time left to waste, so I break out into a jog. In all likelihood, she's already waiting for me. I pull the door open and step into the air-conditioned, comfortable temperature of the cafe. Taking a deep breath, I start to scan the room. As I stand by the door, I take a bit of time to wipe the small amount of sweat from my brow and fix my uniform, calming my racing heart. It isn't often I have to run like that, especially not in uniform. Taken aback with the sheer number of people in the little venue, I find myself a little anxious. Did she find a seat? Did she even bother to stay after seeing it so full? After unsuccessfully scanning the room, I take out my phone to see a message I'd missed.
I'm down the back, near one of the booths. I've saved a seat for you.
Huh? What do you know? Nothing to worry about after all. I walk carefully to the back of the cafe, trying to bump into anyone to the best of my ability. It isn't exactly easy to weave through the crowd, and it makes me seriously wonder why so many people are here at all. They can't all be salarymen here for a morning cup of coffee, right? I'm surprised they're not more worried about being late to work. Eventually, though, I find myself facing the only person I could possibly see myself talking to about this. And the person who probably should have already known about this before I did. Honestly.
Hey, Zero. I almost thought you weren't coming with how long you talk.
Sorry about that. I was running late.
Considerate guy you are, eh?
Huh?
You know, calling me out and then being late to our meeting?
Ugh, this is why I hate making mistakes in front of Monika. She's always sarcastic, and I can never tell if she's actually angry or just joking. Sorry. You're totally right to be mad. It's just that I've been kind of frazzled and on edge lately.
Aren't we all?
What's that?
Nothing. So, what did you want to talk about?
Monika, are you good?
I'm just... Look, don't worry about it. We're here to talk about your problems, right?
Just as I need to get these things off my chest, I feel like I should check up on Monika too. After all, she's my friend too. Not to mention, she might be less inclined to wave off my situation if I'm nice about it. Hey, not good to brush off everything that's on your mind. Plus, I'm your friend, aren't I? So feel free to talk about your problems too.
Zero, if I want to talk about something, I'll talk about it. I'm not trying to hide anything, and you don't need to presume that I'm simply being shy about it. Frankly, I'd appreciate it if you dialed back on the hero complex.
Put him in his place! I blink, taken aback by a response. I'm sorry if I came off that way. Suddenly, it occurs to me just how wound up I am. I haven't even taken a seat yet. Yeah, you also kind of... Yeah, it's not really time to really focus on Monika's problems. She kind of makes a point. Talk about the actual problem here, man. Bruh, he's just trying to help. Not really. He kind of has other issues to talk about. If Monika says she's fine, she's fine. Pushing is just gonna make it worse. My mind churns as I slide into a chair. I can't mess things up now.
No, that was a bit harsh. Sorry, I'm just tired.
It was a bit harsh, but he also did have to hear it a bit. Like, MC, please focus on Natsuki's problem.
Although, I know that's not an excuse for snapping at you.
Well, I don't blame you. Always been busy with the extracurriculars and stuff.
It's alright. I mean, I kind of chose to join all those things. Anyway, never mind all that. Let's cut to the chase before we're late to school. What's up?
I pause, knowing I would have to be careful with my next words. The last thing I want to do is hurt her by revealing I'm thinking about leaving the club. Especially someone who's been so supportive and friendly towards me for all this time. Just give Natsuki some of the money. You're actually picking to ditch all of your friends? You're actually dumb.
Yeah, I can't believe that this is the actual conflict right now.
This conflict feels really dumb. Especially considering his mom even said, save some of it for Natsuki.
Yeah, is he a retard?
Hell, you can just give some of the money of your salary to Natsuki. Like, what? I'm considering leaving the club. To follow up, I add, but not because I don't like it. I love the club. It's given me the chance to reconnect with Sayori and get closer to you. And to meet Yuri and, well, Natsuki, of course. Monika paused for a moment. It's hard to read her expression, as I notice she's absent-mindedly picking at a fingernail. She closes her eyes and takes a breath before responding to my revelation.
Is it me? Or Natsuki? Was it the festival?
A grimace crosses Monika's features, finally breaking her poker face. She'd think that it's her fault I'm leaving? No, nothing like that. I actually asked you to come here because I needed your advice. Monika's expression seems to change again. This time, a smirk flashes across her face for a moment. As fast as it appears, it's gone.
Well, you are a member of my club, so it's only natural that I help you out. You've been a little distant lately, so I've been concerned myself.
I can't help but smile in response to her half-sarcastic comment. That's the Monika I know. I know we don't have much time before school, so I'll just start from the beginning. Natsuki's having some financial trouble, and I've got the money to help her and her family out. The only problem is, if I do, it will force me to quit the club to get a part-time job to support myself. I don't want to quit the club because that would separate me from all of you, but I can't stand by and do nothing. What would you do? Monika listens to my explanation and seems to ponder for a moment. I start to wonder whether I should have given more detail to help the explanation or less detail to protect Natsuki. But I can trust Monika. She's always supported all of us. She never do anything to hurt our friends. She's too good-hearted. It's the reason we respect her so much as the club leader. Looking back at Monika, I notice her still deep in thought. She's using her hands like a set of scales and is biting her lip.
Am I the only person you've asked about this?
Yes? Why?
Keep it that way. We don't want it going around that Natsuki's having issues in her home life. I know what that's like, and it's bad enough without her classmates knowing about it as well.
Wait, she knows what that's like? Is she having trouble too? As I open my mouth to ask, Monika continues.
This isn't a decision you should take lightly. You'll lose the club and the emotional support from its members. There's enough time in our breaks to really make that up, so don't expect to remain as close to the club.
I went to the statement. Losing the friends I made would be hard, even if it's only a temporary measure. Then don't pick it! Because who's to even say you're going to be able to support Natsuki's family? You dumbass!
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, who's to say, like, I feel like MC's being way too rash to even be like, I'm going to be able to support her family. Who's to say you'll even be able to make enough money to do that?
Tomorrow, Natsuki's gonna be like, yeah, I'm breaking up with you. And everything will just be ruined.
If they let me choose, I'm like instantly choosing not to give up the friends. Because why would you lose your friends for this?
Oh, yeah.
That is not worth it. You won't even be able to hang out with Natsuki, which is going to make it even worse.
This is an insanely forced conflict that's supposed to have an impact on the story. It's like so dumb.
Like literally choosing to just like not like, being like I'm gonna lose, not be as close to everyone, but I will then just make Natsuki substantial. And it's like, yeah, you're gonna pay so she can live, but you're not gonna be able to even hang out with her. You're just gonna make her even sadder because she can't hang out with her boyfriend.
Yeah.
On the other hand, there's no telling what will happen to Natsuki if you don't help her. Then give her some to assist her! You can always just keep giving her some! I don't know the details, but if it's bad enough that you're coming to me, then I can make an educated guess.
I nod slowly and look down at the table.
I think your top priority is to help Natsuki, though. I know it must be really hard to leave the club, but if it makes you feel any better, it'll probably still be around next year as well.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Well, we don't have much time left, so I'll have to get going. Thank you for listening to me, at least. It helped put things into perspective a little bit.
I'm glad I could help. By all means, if you need more advice or help, feel free to talk to me about this. Don't hesitate to reach out again, no matter what you decide. Anyway, I'm going to attend to something really quickly before school, so I'll catch you later, Zero.
Yeah, see you in the club, Monika. Monika gets up, leaving me to my thoughts. It's high time I decide. Do I want to give Natsuki my savings at the expense of spending less time with her, working more and leaving the friends I've made? Or do I keep the money and try to help another way? You fucking dumbass. I swear to Christ, the problem here, my main issue with this here is that the game is really pushing me to pick the top choice by even making Monika say to pick the top choice, basically.
Yeah.
But it's like, the bottom choice is the right one. But I strongly think the bottom one is gonna get me the bad ending and be the bad choice. Which is gonna be really dumb if that's the case. Like, I'm gonna pick keep the money, but I feel like that's the wrong choice. That's the part that I'm kind of gonna be upset about. Because this is the choice I strongly believe in, but I feel like it's gonna be the bad choice. Knowing this game. I don't know. Now that I really think about it, it might not be such a good idea to give her all my money. I mean, for one thing, I don't want to treat her like a charity case. Plus, it's just not my responsibility to support her financially. I mean, I'm only a high schooler. I do love her, but I'm not even really an adult yet myself. There are probably better ways to handle all this. Exactly! It's almost as if you tried to support a father and a fucking daughter on a part-time job. As a high schooler. It's almost as if that choice was fucking dumb. Like, that literally doesn't make sense. This man's trying to support a two-person family and himself on a job on money he gets from a part-time job. That wouldn't even have worked. Also, who's to say her dad will even accept the money? Like, he's really, and I like how he really before tried to act like he exhausted all of his options. Like, you really didn't. There are probably better ways to handle all this. I don't know, the way the text is going, I think this might actually be maybe the game did do this the right way. Maybe the game is smart. Like, it'd help more if I encourage to see a therapist, or contact the authorities, right? Just giving her my grocery money. I don't think it's going to fix anything in the long run. That too. Honestly, she'd probably get really mad at me if I tried to do that. Anyway. Not to mention I have to spend all my time working to earn more money. That'd mean basically throwing away my social life by leaving the club. And your entire high school life. Sayori, Monika, Yuri. The girls in the club are all good friends. They took me in when I needed it most. Can't just let that slide. Sayori's been my friend for over 10 years, which just goes to show how long these friendships can last for. We've been friends for years now, and we've had less problems than Natsuki and I had 2 months in our entire relationship. So yeah, I don't think giving Natsuki money is the right choice. I'll just try to help Natsuki in my current state. Besides, he said that her dad hitting her was just a one-time thing. I hope that's true. He knows him far better than I do. He did get her protein bars that one time. I don't know. All I'm saying. He did give her protein bars that one time. And besides, if he does hit her again, I'm definitely calling the police. Even if she breaks up with me. I'd rather be single than let her suffer like that. And it's decided then. I'm staying in the club and keeping the money. Cool. Alright, so, for anyone who's played it and know about the choices, don't spoil anything. Because, I mean, yeah, we probably picked the wrong choice, but in my opinion, that's the good choice. In my head, that was the right choice. We get the 0 ending. Monika, do you think it was the right choice? Because I think it was the right choice.
Yeah, because the conflict was forced as hell.
I don't know, man. Obviously, like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if it was the wrong choice, but because the way the game was definitely presenting it was like, because even Monika was saying that you should work to support her, but it's like, that doesn't even make sense. Because even MC breaks down why it wouldn't have worked. He even says, like, I'm gonna fucking give up everything just to try to work for this. And who even says that he can support a family? Like, we're sticking with the choices no matter what, right? I mean, it depends. Obviously, people are gonna want to see the good ending, so if we did get the bad ending, I will go back and pick the money one. But I don't know. If they say I have to go back and do the shoplifting one, I'm keeping that one the same. That one's staying the same, damn it. Canonically, this is our ending. I don't know, man. Because, yeah, I don't know. It felt super forced. It felt extremely forced. Because he could have just gave her some money. Like, I really don't see the issue with this. Because they're like, oh, he has to support her and give up talking in the club. And I'm like, but you just said he's not going to be able to hang out with her. How is this romantic at all? How is that the good ending? Supporting her and never being able to hang out with her. So, hey, Natsuki gets food, but she doesn't get to see her fucking boyfriend. Like, what the fuck? Also, who's to say that her dad is only abusive because they don't have money? What if he's just abusive just normally? So they have money, but now he's still gonna continue to be abusive, and now she can't get, like, support from her boyfriend. She can only get money support from him. We just become the sugar daddy? Jeez. Yeah, I don't know. That's my opinion. I personally think that choice felt a little forced. I'm starting to see a lot of Natsuki routes feeling a little forced. And again, this definitely makes me feel like what people say even more, where everyone, because it seems like a lot of people are saying like Sayori route's the best route. So I'm starting to see the cracks in Natsuki's. I'm definitely starting to see some cracks in Natsuki's route in this mod. So it's still an alright route. Like, honestly, it's not that bad. Like I said, the way they handled like MC and Natsuki talking about when she's injured, they handled that pretty well. Besides his reaction, that could have used some work. The what the fuck, and just kind of what the fuck. That one definitely could have been presented a little bit better. But like it's been going pretty well. It just, the two instances of forced drama was a little like, and it feels like the force just comes from just MC just acts way too dumb for me sometimes. But overall, it's still okay. I would say it's still borderline A. It's not exactly B tier for me yet. I'd still say it's borderline A. Because it still does things decent. It still does things decently well. It's just sometimes it makes me like, ugh.
Yeah, there's obviously flaws.
Yeah, there's obviously flaws, but it's just, yeah. Anyway, that is it. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you want to download this for yourself, the link's in the description below. And yeah, This has been Zero. Peace.